Show. Pat Amelia here. You're a concerned Tom River resident. That's why we do this show, and we do it for you. Plus, it gives me something to do here. Seaside Heights, there's a lot of work going on outside. Hopefully you don't hear any beeping, and there's a huge pipe going the length of Central Avenue here at the Ready to Roll Studios. If you need to get in touch with me, you got our website, patshows.com. Whoops, excuse me, that's the old one. HMG TV Shows. HMG TV Shows. You can reach me on Twitter. If you have any questions, you got a problem here in Seaside Heights, Toms River, whether it's municipal, county, consumer, we're pretty good at that, but I'm out of this week. Meeting with representatives from Home Depot concerning a central air conditioning situation, which isn't working too well. And their installers say we need a furnace also. So we're going to look into all that. These things were not brought to the attention of the consumer. We're going to see what Home Depot does. See, the problem with Home Depot, they don't supervise these subcontractors. But let me get on with the show. But like I said, if you need anything, get in touch with me, send me an email, tweet, whatever you need. I spent the weekend in Seaside Heights doing some upgrades in the studio here. We're introducing some new shows. You'll see as time goes on, you're going to see what we call the magic window. And in the southern portion of the studio, I'm trying to put together a set for the Toms River Police that I'll be introducing. We're working with the Jersey City Police, and looks like we're going to work with North Bergen's also, about getting as much information out to the public. And we're the people to do that, whether it's Hudson Media up in North Jersey or Ready to Roll Studios here. We are here to work with the municipalities and to improve the municipalities and communities as best we can. One of the things I want to get involved in is Route 37. But I spent the weekend down here. We did some work on the magic window over here. Nothing is square in Seaside Heights. I mean, it looks square, but it isn't. So you're trying to get wood to fit windows that look square, but they're not square. So, and you're doing it by yourself. So carrying these half-inch pieces of plywood. But we had the storm that wasn't. And they were talking some heavy-duty storms here in New Jersey. It was going to be pretty easy down at Toms River and Seaside Heights. North Jersey, where I'm from, home, Jersey City, where everybody is from, they were supposed to get hit hard. We didn't get hit hard with anything. But again, Governor Murphy overreacted. He's still overreacting from the November storm. And in a way, you can appreciate it. Another way, it's like, all right, come on, give it a break now. They banned commercial traffic from the roads, with the exception of the Turnpike and the Parkway, at 6 p.m. on Saturday, just before the storm. We didn't have a storm. Nothing came in, but all those vehicles were still banned. There's a time in our history, not too long ago, where we handled snow on a regular basis. We didn't have the military strategizing press conferences to explain every step we're going to do. We just did it. We took care of the snowstorm. It's not the first time we had snow in New Jersey. We get it pretty regularly in the winter. I can think back of numerous times we got blizzards when we were snowed in, with the exception of one in December, I think, of 2011, maybe 12. It happened in December. The schools were out, and nobody bothered to do any plowing. Whether it was Jersey City, Seaside Heights, nobody. Toms River, nobody plowed. Outside of that, no matter how big the storm is, we're back on our feet within a day or so. The thing was, we did the job. And Murphy keeps getting blamed for the roads. It wasn't like only state roads weren't prepared and treated. It was all the roads, except for North Bergen. North Bergen was set. But overreacting, after a while, that gets a little old. But we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Toms River Show. I'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and launch inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. It takes more than a state-of-the-art medical facility to make a great hospital. It takes a team of dedicated medical professionals. That's the Jersey City Medical Center, Hudson County's #1 hospital. Medical teams consisting of New Jersey's top doctors, Magnet Award-winning nurses, and accomplished hospital associates, all committed to your good health. That's what you have at the Jersey City Medical Center. Make Hudson County's #1 hospital your first choice. Visit us on the web at barnabashealth.org. We're back. You're watching the Tom River Show. Pat O'Melia here. Wish I could fast forward this show because I can hear the construction coming my way. Like we just went through the storm that wasn't, but it was really cold. I mean, things got super cold Saturday night into Sunday with the blood moon that we had. And there aren't many people as anal as I am when it comes to cars. I'm looking at the temperature and saying, well, let me go out and treat the cars, get them ready. One of the things nobody does, but I do, I take silicone on the gaskets around the doors of my car, wipe them down, just a thin coating of it, and no matter how cold and freezing it gets, you'll be able to open your doors if you do that. And also, I WD-40 anything that possibly moves under the car, whether it's the Jeep or the Lincoln, radius rods, springs, anything, sway bars, anything I can get the WD-40 on, I do it. And get the WD-40 with the flexible hose, you can reach anything. And you know what? Works. Now, you warm up your car, the rest of your car isn't warm. Underneath, not warm under there. So WD-40 if you can, any of the bushings you can reach, anything you can reach. Unless you have a lip, then you can reach everything. You got the school referendum. Yeah, by the time I'm taping this, the vote will be occurring. So I don't know what the results is. But, we're getting into a point in New Jersey where, I don't know if we're getting, I think we're there, where it is traumatizing how highly we are taxed. And we continue to put more new taxes on. But it really doesn't address any of the problem. No matter how much new revenue comes in, it's not enough. So, and nobody talks about reducing taxes. Last week's show, we talked about more than twice as many people left New Jersey than who moved in. Well, they're starting to research those numbers and refine those numbers. And an interesting statistic, 5,700 of those people who left New Jersey were millionaires, somewhere between liquid assets of $1 million to $30 million. They left Jersey because it's just too expensive here. And that's for millionaires. But, they get hit with a higher taxes. I forget what the percentage is. The top 2% pay, something like 60% of the taxes. Well, they're getting out of New Jersey. And that's what happened here. That's a lot of tax revenue we lost with those people leaving New Jersey, a lot of investment revenue we lost, a lot of discretional income we lost. These people who have money spend money. That's how they make money. Got to spend money to make money. They're not going to be spending it in New Jersey in investments. They're not going to be spending it in New Jersey on discretional means, whether it's a boardwalk or a dinner or a movie or, a bike or something like that. They're not doing it in New Jersey. They're gone. And in our world now, with telecommunications and the internet and Wi-Fi and all that, you don't have to be here to conduct your business. You can do it in Pennsylvania. You can do it in Florida. For that matter, you got CPAs who are advising people with this kind of money to take up residency in other states where it is cheaper. And you just got to make sure you spend X amount of days in a different state in Florida. Derek Jeter had a problem years ago. He spent more time in New York than he did in Florida. But, these people are leaving. And unless we get control of our house here, and the house being New Jersey, it's going to continue. We continue to run up the cost of operating and living in New Jersey. And no matter what the stats say on how expensive things are in New Jersey, it just continues, and we keep running up the cost with other programs and free this, free that. No one's talking about cutting taxes or the cost of government, with the exception of Senate President Steve Sweeney. He's been blowing that horn for quite a while. New revenue comes in, it has no effect on you. And whether it's, from the gambling or the sports gambling, casinos, no matter what it is, whatever, the pot tax, whatever comes in, it just gets sucked into the black hole that is the cost of New Jersey. Nobody's talking about school, with the exception of Steve Sweeney. All these people more on the record. See, I'm sure there's other people in New Jersey on both sides of the aisle saying, hey, we got to get control here. School reforms, you got to do something about the cost of schools. Like I said, with the superintendents, we're spending like $140 million a year on superintendents and assistant superintendents. What worked back in the 20s and 30s doesn't work today. We have to go back and reevaluate that. The pension, It would take like 5 years of the Jersey's budget to get even with the pension system here. But, you know, any practical way to save you money, the people in New Jersey, the property owners, the taxpayers here, we don't do it. Shared services. I don't know how many times I've been beating the drum with shared services. We don't do it. And again, Tom's River, the big kahuna in Ocean County. It could be doing shared services with the county. They could be doing shared services with the state. The more you spread out the expense, the better it is for you. You know, does it make sense? We had salt spreaders alongside of Route 37 where the state was doing it and we're over here. No, we should have entered some sort of agreement. And the same thing happens all over. It's not just unique here. Jersey City, I've been saying this for years. Mayor Phillip is starting to get the idea about the shared services, and I know he wants to start doing more things in-house. And, you know, if we can form, like I've said this before, with the road paving in Jersey City, we put out contracts for $12 million for a road paving project. Well, if that guy can make a profit on road paving, shouldn't we? Let's buy the equipment. We'll do our road paving, and we can do the county and the other municipality. But nobody does that. You'll see a guy like Steve Phillip in Jersey City do it before most people because the guy has a clue. But, you know, there's home rule and the little kingdoms all over the state. We need to start shared services, if not consolidation. But it might be easier to get all the kings, and we're talking mayors, all the kings to agree to at least do shared services. You know, again, he was in Jersey City, $11-12 million in road paving. You know, that person made money on it. We could do that. And it would have been less than $11 million, and we'd have the equipment. And we could have done work for the other municipalities in the county, but we didn't do that. New Jersey, I'll give you some statistics here, and this is the stats that I say doesn't seem to affect anybody in Trenton. The highest property taxes in the nation, not new to you, New Jersey. We're number one. The number one state in home foreclosures in the United States of America, you guessed it, New Jersey. The number one state where residents are leaving, number one, New Jersey. Actually, even unemployment, we're at 4%. We're in the bottom third unemployment numbers with the highest unemployment. We're sinking down here. Alaska's in last. We're one spot ahead of Wyoming. New Jersey, we're one spot ahead of Wyoming. This is bad math. And if we don't correct that math, we're going to doom your children. Future generations, we're going to suffer our own 2008 economic collapse right here in New Jersey. We need to start addressing it, not keep running the bill up. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Pen and Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen and Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning, life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. Pat O'Melia here, Tom's River Show. Your concerned Tom's River residents and Seaside Heights residents. You can be residents wherever you want. What I speak of here applies everywhere. Basically, what I do, I apply what we do in Jersey City and what I've learned there covering Jersey City for 20-some-odd years to what we do here in Tom's River. Tom's River is very similar to Jersey City. Talking about running up the bill, there were new taxes that took effect in 2019, and sometimes you wonder if we just want to crush tourism and small business here in New Jersey. Summer rental state tax went into effect. It's 11.25% on people who have homes down by the Jersey Shore that rent them out during the summer. You know, a lot of people do it, and it's they're addressing Airbnb and those other short-time rentals, but it affects 80% of the shore communities. Now, right now, Seaside Heights population, I think it's about 2,200 people. In season, during tourism, there are 80-some-odd thousand people here. Right now, everything's vacant in Seaside Heights. Come the season, everything's full. Everything is about rentals here. And Seaside Heights applies a tax to rentals also. Now, the state is doubling down with that. And there are a lot of places you can spend your vacation and spend your discretional income. It doesn't have to be New Jersey. And the more we make it expensive to spend a weekend or a week down in the shore or anywhere here in New Jersey, the easier it is for people to go left or go right instead of coming here. And I think we get like $50 billion a year in tourism dollars. We can't afford to lose any of that. But this is just another way to bump up the prices. Now listen, the shore is expensive during the season anyway. Do we need to bump it up a little more? Of course not. Then you follow that up with the minimum wage increases, which begin in July. It's going to go up to $10. Now, again, does it seem like a lot? Well, it is when you're hiring kids. And this goes from $10 within a very short period of time up to 2024, I believe, goes to $15. Yeah, myself here, when we bring on interns, where the kids from the colleges come and they work in the studios, and a lot of them stay on. We'll give them jobs as freelancers. And a lot of these kids are truly clueless when they start. But you see a desire to learn, you see the creativity of these kids, and you want that. So we'll bring these kids on, and we'll start them at $10 an hour. But we don't put them in a precious situation that we need you to perform right off the bat. Let these kids learn. You know, if I have to pay the kid $15 an hour, I can't let them sit there and learn. I can't afford them to make mistakes or that learning curve. And both the studios, Hudson Media and Ready to Roll, are teaching studios. You know, everybody who's worked there started there as an intern. You know, I think I can count on very few fingers how many editors actually started with us who were editors. Most of these, kids out of college interns. And $15 an hour, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. $15, I throw another few dollars an hour, $18, and I'll get a completely trained person. And the other thing with the $10, now again, I'm looking at Route 37 and the boardwalk. You know, you take a kid, and again, minimum wage was never a living wage. It was a minimum wage. And it was entry level. Like when I was a kid, worked at ShopRite, we got a minimum wage. Or at Fred Rich Truck and Trailer when I was learning how to be a mechanic. The guy, Fred Rich, took a bunch of kids. And, I mean, he had a lot of us. And he was teaching each one of us how to weld, how to do sheet metal, how to drive tractor trailers. And listen, he was paying us spit, but we were learning. It was almost like a vocational school there. But going back to ShopRite, which I enjoyed working at ShopRite, there were a lot of girls there. You take ShopRite now, you got a kid for $8 an hour, and the kid's learning. There's always the goofiness with the kids, and the stores understand that. But they teach the kids, and you learn how to work and work with others, and follow orders, and you learn why things are delegated and what your responsibilities are. And you really can't put a price in that kind of training. Not just learning how to work a register stock shelf, how to work in an employment atmosphere. And you're paying that kid $8 an hour, and you got a bunch of kids for $8 an hour. Now, if you got to pay $15 an hour, you're not going to have that bunch of kids now because you can't afford it. And you see businesses taking the steps to combat the minimum wage. When you see those kiosks in McDonald's, that was a job. When you're poking that thing, the kiosk, that was the job. When you're at the self-checkout, whether it be at Home Depot or at ShopRite, I know the ShopRite in Hoboken, I took out a lot of registers and put in the self-checkouts. Every one of those self-checkouts were a job. Maybe 2 jobs, from 8 to 4, 4 to 12. Every one of those was a job. And now they're gone. And that's how these businesses are going to counteract the minimum wage. They're just going to automate it as much as they can. And it's a shame how that's going to impact entry-level jobs, part-time employment, or even for seniors to work a few hours a week. If you got to pay that kind of money, and keep in mind, if you're working over, I think it was 30 hours, 35 hours, they have to get benefits also. And all that sounds great. Oh, you got to pay a living wage, and you got to give them benefits, and you get sick leave and maternity leave. Thing is, small business can't handle that. And if they do, they have to pass that a cost over. And it goes to the consumer. So when this happens, these minimum wages, you'll see other wages. What do you do with that guy here? Now minimum wage is $15. Well, this guy that's been with the company 2-3 years, he started at 10, now he's at 15. What do you do with him? You got to bump him up. And now that guy who's learned, or that gal who's learned for those couple of 3 years, is now making a minimum wage. So now you got to bump. It becomes a vicious cycle where, you talk about the tide raises all boats. Well, this tide's going to raise all expenses too. Your dollar menu, that's gone. Well, you're going to look in New Jersey, and you're going to see gas stations. We're one of the few where you're not allowed to self-pump. You're going to see that change because of minimum wage. It will cost us jobs, and it's a shame. Like I said, minimum wage was never supposed to be a living wage, but you'll see the impact on the small businesses out here in those entry-level jobs on Route 37 and on the boardwalk behind me. You'll see the effects of this. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom Ribber Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewellers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewellers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewellers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. Tom's Ribber Show. Pat O'Neillia. Remember, if you need to get in touch with me, you got everything on the bottom of the screen. HMG TV shows, our Twitter, our Facebook. Like us on YouTube. We're everywhere. Live stream. Download the app. That's where we archive all our shows, all our programs, and there's other programs besides us on live stream. Actually, it's a pretty good app, and it's a good streaming service. All right, Super Bowl. Now, if you have not been following me, I've been doing football picks all through the season, and I had a fairly good year. I had a couple of those really bad weeks, 5 and 9s. I think I had a 4 and 10 week, but I had some, 10 and 3s and 9 and 4s. So I got to be balanced out there. This weekend, I picked the 2 games. I lost on the New Orleans Saints. I was giving 3.5 points. Saints lost. One of the most blatant calls I've ever seen. But keep in mind, they kicked the field goal. They were still in control of the game, but they lost the game. But they were robbed. And I had New England against Kansas City. I was getting 3.5 points, and the Shady Brady's pulled it out. Yeah, you have to give Brady credit at the end. The guy played it. But that Mahomes kid with KC will be in those championship games a lot of years to come. All right, so we got Shady Brady in the Super Bowl again. He's got a record 5 Super Bowl wins. He's 5-2 in the Super Bowl. But he lost 2 of them. Who was that 2? Oh, that would be my New York Football Giants. One year they were perfect. Remember the perfect season with New England until they ran into the Giants? Whoop, 18-1. Then they ran into the Giants again. Goodbye. There should have been 2 more losses on Shady Brady and Belichick. No beast mode handoff to Marshawn Lynch at the 1-yard line. They threw the ball intercepted by Butler. New England wins. Should not have won that game. I keep going back to Bill Parcells. If Bill Parcells was coaching the Seahawks in that game, New England loses. The Atlanta collapse. What was Atlanta up by? 29 points? Again, if Bill Parcells was there, or Tom Coughlin, neither one of those Giant coaches, they would not have won those Super Bowls. And really, it's a rematch of the Super Bowl. It's New England versus the Rams. They did that 17 years ago. And there was a lot of accusations about the Shady Brady's then cheating. Probably did. Yeah, they were caught with the videotaping and all. So when you get down to it, Brady and the gang should probably be 2-5. But a great philosopher once said, "You are what your record says you are." And I mentioned his name before. That great philosopher was Bill Parcells. No matter what, and you can talk about bad calls and injuries on your team, but when you get down to it, you are what your record says you are. And that says Tom Brady is the greatest Super Bowl quarterback of all time. Is he the greatest quarterback of all time? Yeah, you got Joe Montana there. He's got 4 rings. Terry Bradshaw. Everybody forgets Terry Bradshaw has got 4 of those rings. Undefeated. All those guys, by the way. Dan Marino, great quarterback. Never got the ring. Joe Willie Namath, Hall of Famer. Is he the greatest quarterback of all time? He's in the conversation. You got Peyton Manning in there. He's in the conversation, but Brady's got 5 rings. He's going for 1 for the thumb now. Wasn't that Pittsburgh? Well, the Steelers as a club have 6 Super Bowls. But that was the thing, getting 1 for the thumb. No, actually, no, Brady's got 5. He's got his thumb. He's looking for a ring for the other thumb now. This weekend, I went 1-1. As it stands right now, not official pick, I'm probably leaning towards the Rams, who are the underdog in this, getting 2 points. I don't think you'll see a big movement on the line. Maybe it goes to 2.5. But, right now I'm looking at the ring. Because, like I said, the beast mode, the Atlanta collapse, possibly cheating. I'm not sure if New England is unbeatable or is great. They are what they are. That's what their record says. But there's a lot of asterisks there with the New England Patriots. And there are a lot of mistakes in the game you just seen yesterday. They don't really have somebody who's going to take the top off the defense, no speed-burning receiver. And I think this kid, McVay, the son of the ex-Giant coach, the coach with the miracle in the Meadowlands, the handoff that Herman Edwards picked up from Joe Pisarcik and ran it in. Right now, I think I'm leaning the Rams. All right, we're out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.